Hey guys, welcome to the collective reading for the last week of October, first week of November. I now I get to do my readings on a big fluffy couch. It's so comfy, cozy, or wherever I want to in my spacious place. I love it. So hopefully you guys are having something similar happen to you and for you, and out of a space of loving yourself and just expanding. You got to do what you got to do. So I already put out the cards because I went to make this video before and it got cut off because I had an important phone call. So I'm back and I'm using that same spread. So the bottom of the deck is that the feminines are, they're worried making a decision about a third party situation. And they're feeling a bit uncertain and insecure a little. So she wants to charge forward in a direction. She's just not quite sure which the best direction is, for sure. So she's trying to go away from any kind of drama or negativity or toxicity, for that matter. And she wants to go into a partnership. She wants to go into a collaboration, or just like working with the person, in the sense of instead of working against them, finally working with them. And she wants to make sure that it's with this true love, the ultimate true love. She wants to take a risk on a new adventure, and she wants to do so in such a way that feels really authentic for her. And she wants to end a chapter in her life where she really felt maybe a bit limited, a little imprisoned, a little stuck. And now she's kind of wanting to fly high with this person. And so she wants to also choose a person that's going to enable her to do that, really allow her to be herself and to love herself and to do what's best for her and even her career. Because it looks like, she's willing to make the effort with this person. It doesn't matter what the obstacles that she's facing. She really wants to be with this person. It feels like she's really keeping her purpose in mind. It feels like she's keeping her mission in mind. Which one of these people, which one of these suitors, if you will, is going to adequately support me in going forward also in what I'm trying to accomplish in my life. If you have 3 different people and one of them is totally supportive of what you do, and the other is kind of like, oh, well, you could do that. Or, why don't you do this other thing? It makes me think of 7. Lucky 7. It really has that feel to it. When she was trying to choose between those 2 guys, ultimately at the end, and the one guy was just like, don't leave being a lawyer. That's what you're really great at. You should be doing what you're doing. And she was just like, and I don't want to blow the ending. Watch it though. Watch it. It's a great movie, and it's got some beautiful scenery from the area I'm from. So anyway, she's really wanting to, it's burdening her to make this choice, because maybe she has feelings for these different suitors in different ways. So it's weighed heavily on her, and she's having to come up with the strength to make the right decision. She's daydreamed about these guys and what life would be like with them, and so now it's actually happening. It's these options are coming forward, and she's like, here it is, and what do I do, and who do I choose for the longest term? The feminines really have long term in their minds. You know, they're not going to be, they're really taking a good look at somebody that they could actually spend the rest of their lives with. So they're looking for this person to really have both of them to have a really super authentic connection where where they don't have to pretend and they don't have to walk on eggshells and they don't have to, there's no acting involved. There's no pretending. There's no, well, I'll be with him because he's got a lot of money. Well, I'll be with him because he's famous. Well, I'll be with him because I can get this or because I can get that. I mean, she really is taking a good look at, like, if he had nothing, if he had absolutely nothing to offer, if he completely did the opposite of what I think he'll do. You know, it's like she's really thought this or is thinking it out this week thoroughly as to, like, all things considered, all possibilities considered, who is the person that I would want standing by my side as my king, who can support me emotionally, who is mature enough to handle the ups and downs that will inevitably happen, who will work with me as a team, who will, when we have our insecurities, who's going to talk to me in a mature way and want to grow and learn from our squabble or whatever, you know, who's going to work with me rather than against me. So whoever this is, though, she's going to the next level with him. She's going to go ahead and make that commitment and break past any kind of limiting beliefs or fears or worries. And she is going to really step into her power. Whoever this guy is, she chooses, like, he really thinks, he believes she's everything he's ever wanted in a woman. And then some. And she's like, you know, I would marry him. I would marry him right now. So, you know, yeah, that's where she's at. That's what she said. So just randomly, I feel like picking one of these, like, Halloween cards. So let's just see. This is for the feminine. We're going to pick a card, a Halloween card for the feminines. I got a specific Halloween deck, so I want to use the heck out of it by the time we're done with the season. They're so cool. I like them. I'll use them again next year, I'm sure. Okay, so can we get an overall picture for where the feminines are at, please, this week? Ooh, ghost, regret. Okay. I think she's trying to avoid the regret. Let's see here. It's said that the spirits that cannot let go of this world have a reason for this. Sometimes it's to warn the living, to guide them, but generally it's because they haven't finished their business here on the plane of the living. They have regrets that they wish to resolve. Should the ghost come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate that you have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome work, and it weighs us down eventually. By taking actions to free ourselves of those old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. So I feel like that's one of the things that she's heavily considering in choosing the right person. Is I think she really feels like she's made some serious mistakes in choosing a partner in the past. So she just wants to make sure she doesn't make that same mistake again, you know? People can be so charming and clever, as even the masculines who are watching this understand, because they just broke up their karmics, and after a while they realized they were kind of being led on and fooled, and, you know, they were being tempted and seduced, and, you know, maybe they found out that their karmics were cheating on them or just wanted them for all that other stuff. The feminines have been in the masculine energy before and actually experienced all the things that you've just been through, just so you know. So they understand very well picking the wrong person and and really regretting it. But, you know, there's really nothing to regret, you guys, because ultimately we're learning and growing. But I think that that's the thing that's bringing up the most insecurity for the feminines this week, is that they just, you know, they regret the things that have happened in the past, and they just really want to make up for that. I gotta check something out for a minute. Okay. Interesting. I'm doing a little spy work for a moment. Anyway, so yeah, so there's that. For the feminines watching, don't, you know, just listen to your intuition. Have your eyes wide open. Don't have those rose-colored glasses on. And I don't care who this guy is. See how he treats people. See how he deals with problems. You know, see how mature he is. See how kind he is. Don't, you know, if you have red flags, I do not go with that option. That would be my advice. And where was that? Okay. So the masculines are making offers. The masculines, we're going right into the masculines now. And the masculines are like, all right, enough of that. Like, let's go forward here. The masculines are making offers. They're feeling passionate about this feminine, and they can't get her off of their mind. They really, they might even know that there's some competition, or they're afraid they're going to lose her to competition. What I'm feeling. So they're like wanting to do something, even if they don't feel quite ready. They're like, I got to do something, and I got to do something now. Oh, and I will note this too. Like, I had this couple come to me, and they, you know, they love each other already. They've known each other for a while, and one just broke up with a karmic partner, and so they're, you know, they're thinking the typical thing of like, I don't want to go with, what do they call it? A rebound. I don't want to go with a rebound. And I'm sorry to say, but the divine feminines are never a rebound. They are your first pick. You just were too scared to embrace it. So they're not a fling. They're not going to sleep with you unless they're completely in love with you. So it's not even in the same category as a rebound. And being that the masculines who don't know the feminine all that well still kind of do, because they've been spying on them for like a really long time. They've gotten to know them pretty darn well without getting to know them. They've been doing their due diligence. So this isn't some just random, you know, stranger that they're kind of taking their frustrations out on or anything like that. You guys can trust this connection. And as long as you feel like resolution, I guess you need to feel resolution with that person that you broke up with. You got to feel like, you know what, this feels right. It feels good. It feels just. And let's get this party started. Then you're ready. You know, don't think it has to take years or anything with this person. If you're in love with them and you can't get your mind off of them, you're seeing signs and synchronicities and all that kind of good stuff, like, go for it. That's my 2 cents. All right. But they really got to show up for you. I mean, on both sides. You know, you guys have to be mature enough to handle this relationship. Otherwise, you guys will go back into separation. If you guys can't take personal responsibility, you'll end up going into separation. So, all right. The masculines are really trying to heal, and they're really trying to love themselves, and they're trying to also to heal past issues, and they're wanting to go toward what truly makes them happy. They've really been thinking about, like, how would it feel to even express my feelings to my feminine? And am I mature enough? Hey, could I even be a husband? You know, because they know that this is the big ticket. This isn't somebody they're just going to have a thing with for a while. They know this is it. You know, this is a big deal. That's why they ran in the first place, is because they were just like, oh shit, like this is like serious stuff that, you know, that somebody I could really grow old with. as exciting as it is, it's also frightening for them if they don't feel like they're ready for that. Yeah, he's trying to become husband material. He's trying to step into his power and away from any kind of lies or deception or deceit. And instead, he's like strategizing on how to balance things out between them and how to get them to express themselves in a heartfelt way. Like, what can I do to make this happen? How do I ask her out for dinner, a moonlit dinner? And he's like, there's so many things, like every route, there's a worry. It's like, if I go this route, this could happen. If I go that route, that could happen. So he's like really thinking it through. And a lot of these guys actually have to travel to go be with their feminine and to go meet up with their feminine. Some of them are also like have been very stubborn, and they want to come out of that stubborn energy and break free of their insecurities that held them there, or maybe their denial. Maybe they were just totally in denial. The devil made me do it. I just heard with the devil card. The devil made me do it. It's like the devil kept me away. The devil kept me feeling like I was imprisoned when I was actually free to choose. I was free to do whatever the hell I wanted to. And I let society or my parents dictate or my circumstances dictate. But I've grown up and matured, and I'm ready for a new beginning. And I've also put an end to that karmic situation. And now I'm feeling bolder and braver. When you do get out of those toxic situations, man, the freedom that happens, and it's immediate. You get in a new environment, you get in your own apartment, you get in your own, you get that new job. And there's just like this wonderful, fresh new energy that happens that it's just so refreshing. It's just like a brand new start, a brand new beginning. And a lot of these masculines are feeling that. And they're wanting to rush in and speak their truth, but from that place of power. Like, I don't think there aren't any pages here. There's just the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, DM, and the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So it's like his passion has made him mature. And he's become a grounded, mature adult, an emperor who's standing in his power and is ready to take the lead and take action. Now, this is, again, this is the next group that's coming into union. Those ones from last week, I mean, the energy of these readings can last for months. When you watch it, it's going to, certain parts will resonate, but I hear reports all the time of people listening to these again weeks later, a week or two or 3 or 4 weeks later, and they're like, oh my God, like so much more resonated after the fact, like it all happened. So pay attention, you guys, and don't be too stuck on timing, but it's more like, this wave that's about to happen. It's like essentially, like this is this is the overall space of the masculine. He's rushing in to make an offer of commitment from a standpoint of being husband material. And on the bottom of the deck is the marriage card. This isn't a player. This is somebody who's quite serious too. You guys are on the same page that way. You just got to get through these little, his master plan's got to work. He's got to take that road trip, step in his power. After all the strategizing and sneaking out of whatever situation he had to, he's just going to make it happen. He just had to get up the courage to speak his truth and realize his self-sabotage and maybe feel a little competition, some of these guys, to make this happen, to make them have these epiphanies about getting unstuck and just going forward. You may have even had to, take on a new trade, like learn a new career or change careers or something like that. But ultimately, all this maturing and becoming husband material and all this inner reflection is because he's been in love with his feminine. And their love for each other has transformed everything. And he's starting to understand, too. If he pushed her away or kept her away, he's starting to have an understanding, more of an understanding about himself and more compassion and love for himself as well. It's helped him become more wise and balanced so that he could go forward in a brave and courageous way with this woman. May the best man win. May the best man win, and not that one man is better than another, but better for her, you know, the one that really is one that puts her up on a pedestal and wants to help her heal her heart. You know, he really admires her. He adores her. He's not going to put her down or try to control her. We all have those tendencies within us, but you know, it's like he really just he thinks she glows, and he wants to help her heal whatever wounds have happened. And she's obviously going to want to do that for her as well. They both want it to be the end of a difficult period and the beginning of a beautiful romantic courtship that will bring in a new dawn and a feeling of abundance and flourishing and happiness. I mean, the sun is here to heal everybody. So, all right, guys, have yourselves a beautiful week, and we'll talk to you next time. Oh, if you want the extended version, the link is below. It says to get the extended version, pay $11, and you click the link, and then you go there, and then you look for the date that correlates. You can keep the videos by, there's a software program that's free. It's called Any Video Converter. And if you download that, then when you go to my extended reading, you can download and keep that video for, you know, a long time, forever, if you want. And those extended videos are also just a little bit more personal. You know, I really just talk to you as a friend, not as this public thing on YouTube. It's more intimate, I think. So anyway, yeah, enjoy your week and report back, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.